The death of Anis arguably shook the colony, the end of the matriarchy that we had throughout the colony. The Empire influence gone. All of Anis's horrible, disapproving, mean background has gone. The influence of the Empire has been removed, and as a result, things have changed. Yes, this is potentially because I feel like this series is going nowhere, but things have changed as a result of Anis going and dying. You know, Branston did his thing, and Anis has gone and died, and that's fine. I'm happy because this has allowed us to have change. Branston has become a new man, the man that we love and a good friend to all. He is actually friends with everybody, very interestingly, apart from John, but that's just how it is. Not a problem. Branston has become a different person and has learnt from John. John being obviously from a previous series where it was all very space attack, very much research heavy, and Branston has learnt about himself and has realised that genetically he's actually really bad at mining and is also just not going to be able to get anything from mining as a result. I've done this for all of our Demon Chef xenotypes. I've added this gene throughout, so we have a lot lower hunger rate. One of the big issues we've had throughout the series is people are just too hungry. And Branston and John have learnt about their own xenotypes and realised that, you know, Branston shouldn't be this hungry and is actually really bad at mining as well. It's just, you know, hand in hand. And with John's new knowledge of herself, John too has realised that there's nothing wrong with her, you know? It turns out one of the mods that we had installed was giving John a plus 40% health increase, which is why she was such a monster. So as a result, I've removed this, nerfing her, and as a result, I've just cleared all of her health conditions. So she doesn't have any of the scars or anything, but is more likely to die now, which if she did, it would be fine. It'd be a balancing thing. And we've also changed the IG Legion. The one thing Anis was controlling over us as an ex-Empire employee was the IG Legion. We've changed things, and they're a little bit better, I'd say. Research has now become really, really fast because obviously John has come back from a Spacer Age colony and is here with us. Insect meat, we're chefs. We should embrace the modern era of cuisine and try insect meat. See if we can incorporate it into some of our dishes. Partial xenotype strictness. If somebody wants to, you know, get with the ice cream lady, I fully support it. I've also changed it so cannibalism is acceptable because, like I said last episode or the episode before, if we have any pork-type xenotypes, we should be able to eat them. And same with eating aliens, we should be able to do that as well. Why not? We are chefs. We want to try all the different foods and enjoy it. Also included some rituals and everything. I had realized during the editing of the IG Legion that the reason we didn't have any chance to change the IG Legion was because I forgot to add rituals right at the very beginning. So we have mint choco parties, bonfires, feasts, and social festivals, all of these giving various benefits and things for us to do. And hopefully we can get more colonists that way. Another job that we'll be doing under Branston's new authority is lamb and chicken will actually become colonists. I'm going to recruit them, and we're going to have a straight-up thing of saying that the slaves should only be the xenotypes that we're not keen on. Yes, slightly racist on Branston's behalf, but, you know, he is a demon, so, I mean, that's fair enough. And let's be fair, the only reason why John hasn't been racially profiled by Branston is because John is an absolute monster and would probably kill Branston in a second. So the plan for today is going to be very simple. We're going to be attempting to do all of the hotel and get that up and running alongside sorting out our food situation and probably actually cutting back on it now that we have adjusted the xenotypes and everything for everybody. I'm really happy about these changes, but I will say this as we start. If these changes do not make any difference to the series, it will not be going for much longer. So if you enjoy any of what you see today and are excited to see Spag become the brand new matriarchal leader, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Let's get into things and see how we go. Now, so lamb and chicken have been arrested. They're probably so confused because all of their predecessor brothers and sisters have all just been enslaved, and that is it. They're probably thinking, what is going on? Also, they're probably excited to be free. You know, that is always a good thing. And as a result of recruiting chicken and lamb, I've got John to deconstruct their bedrooms so we can actually construct more of these lovely, lovely mansions for them. It's only fair, and I'm actually quite happy to be doing it. And a new recruit, lamb. Oh, wow, that was really quick. It's almost as if I changed their resistance to be down to, like, nothing, because that's only fair, isn't it, guys? Welcome back, Lamb. Welcome back. I hope you feel better now that you are an actual colonist, and I appreciate you endlessly. Oh, and for some reason, there's a load of hostiles going through the map. What are you doing here? Why are you guys here? Can we please kill these people? What are they doing? Pigzug and Strange. What a couple of funnies. And Branston has engaged him in hand-to-hand combat. Despite Branston being a benevolent leader, he's still happy to stab someone. He's more than happy to do it. Good job, guys. Proud of you. And Branston has now researched fertility procedures. Very, very nice. Next, we've got beer brewing. Nice. Coffee, tea, unfermented cider. Tasty. Let's get that researched. So, fertility procedures. Now, with our niece being dead, it means we can no longer get any actual colonists, with Coke being the very last one we have access to at the moment. But what we can do is extract ovums and things and fertilize eggs that way. Spag is the only colonist we have that's currently up for it, in quotations. Can we extract ovums from Spag? We can. I'm going to queue it up because we need to be able to grow the colony again. And just see what happens, honestly. I don't know how this is going to work, but, you know, she is only 11, so I'm going to be a bit sort of perplexed if this does work. Yeah, no, immediately, as soon as I queued it up, it did not go through. She just got back up and cancelled the operation. Okay, so obviously there are restrictions to how we can do it. I'd imagine we have to wait until she's probably 18. That's what I'd like to think. And Chicken has joined as... Chickens has joined. Not Chicken the colonist that's here. Chickens have joined. This is absolutely massive. We have chickens. We could also get them to hunt for us, which is a completely separate thing. But having chickens is massive because we can now use their eggs to actually be able to make lavish meals. Wow, okay, did not expect that. It looks like we can't put them in a pen, but we can have them in certain areas. So I'm just going to get them to live up here, which is where I wanted things to live in the first place. Perfect. And there they are, all the chickens living happily together. Hopefully there is enough food here generally that they won't die. But, you know, there's loads of them. There's loads of them. This could be absolutely clutch for us. And Chicken has rejoined as well. Welcome back, Chicken. You are going to be a fantastic little colonist for us. Perfect. And with the happenstance of if John does suddenly die or something, I've decided to give Chicken, who is 5 years old, and Lamb, who is 6 years old, both of them a little pistol to carry around with. Because I know, respectively, that if you or me was 6 years old and 5 years old and having a pistol, my life and your life would probably have gone so much better. And hopefully, it does for them as well, you know? I am kind of expecting John, now that she is no longer as powerful, to potentially die. I don't want her to, because I do have plans for the future. But if she does, I have got the prep there in place. And there, we've now finished the very first room of the hydroponics area. It's just, this one is purely going to be food forever and always. At the moment, it's just rice, quick and easy to grab. Once we start working on the next two areas, these will probably be primarily like drugs and things and anything that takes a long time to grow. Probably like abaxi pineapples, potatoes, corn, high yield food that takes a long time. And a raid from the Fearful Hive. A number of Giga Locusts belonging to the Fearful Hive are landing around your base. Their intention is to kill, and they plan to attack immediately. Ah, not ideal. Let's get John and these slaves to deal with this. It should be fine. And now we can finally see what John is like in action now that she's no longer as overpowered as she is. I'd imagine John will still be like fairly good, just nowhere near as powerful, honestly. And I think now more than anything, we'll probably see the Ice Cream Girls really shine through in their actual ability as a faction and people. Because they do self-heal, they're going to be unbelievably powerful and really, really clutch in these sort of situations. There we go. And just from these Giga Locusts, John has taken some damage. Not too bad, but could potentially be lethal depending on the situation. And beer brewing is complete. And next we have pemmican, which isn't actually too bad, especially with the amount of food that we do need to go through and everything else. Solar panels or defensive structures. I think we're going to go for a re-roll, see if we can get something else more interesting. Cocoa, make some chocolate. I know chocolate and things do give a mood boost. So we're going to research that, and we can start growing some chocolate. Another raid from the insects as well. Not the best. Could be worse. I was going to get John and these slaves to assemble. And you know what? I'm actually going to get Lamb and Chicken as well to come and help out. They have pistols at the end of the day. If they're going to get better at shooting, they need to do more with it. We'll assemble our line of defense with Acosta and the slaves at the front, with John kind of at the back. Lamb and Chicken are going to be well behind with their pistols. Perfect. Look at them go, brother and sister, practically the exact same age, practically twins, grown up together, gunning down a load of insects whilst their ice cream girl slaves do the work. You absolutely love to see it. So it looks like John is still very powerful, but I don't think she's nearly as invincible as she was before, which is exactly how it should be. Perfect, and that's all of them dealt with. Good job, guys. Perfect. And now that we appreciate insect meat within the colony, this is absolutely clutch for us. A load of food has just come in fresh out of the oven for us. Nice. Cocoa has been complete. So next, therapy. Oh my god. Build a therapy couch and chair and treat the well-being of your colonists. Perfect. Not only have we lost a niece and allowed ourselves to enter a new age of civilization, of friendliness and niceness, but we now might be able to cure everybody's depression. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colonists with depression, alright? And we might be able to cure them. This is good. This is very good. So even though I had wanted to finish the hotels off this episode, John has actually successfully managed to build another 2 mansions instead. I'm not necessarily complaining, because it now means that Lamb and Chicken have somewhere proper to sleep. But it also now means that we are very far behind on the hotel rooms, with only none of them are particularly complete. We still do not have a working drainage system either, unfortunately. We're missing out on 1 research for it, and that's it. We're like a couple of researches off, and we can eventually give everybody working water and everything. So it turns out Pudding can now gain an expertise as well in plants, which is very nice. We're going to go for probably sowing, plant work speed plus 5%. Very nice. Therapy is complete. Well, not for the colonists, but in terms of research. Next, we've got sewage sludge composting. Nah, let's go for a reroll, and let's get ourselves stew cooking. Yeah, sure. So now that we have a therapy couch, we can now actually help people, I think, overcome their depression. I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure. John, build that couch very quickly for us. Perfect. So, what do we do? I don't know. I've got no idea at all. We can set up therapist jobs in the work tab. I guess we get all the children to become therapists. I guess that makes the most sense. And an unusual drought has set in. Really? We haven't had very many of these so far in the series. Oh, I remember. We were playing on Empress Evil initially. That's why we haven't had so many for so long. I think this is the 6th drought we've had the series. I don't quite remember, honestly. And a grand slave escape is underway. All of the ice cream girls have thought, oh, they're all the way down here. That's really inconvenient. But they've all decided they're going to try escape. Well, I'm going to get everybody to just go search and destroy. Tell them off. That'll do. Yeah, John's the first one to get involved. John, please do not kill all of the ice cream girls. John's gone berserk, which is not good at all. Whoops. Everybody needs to run away from John. Please run away from John. Okay, so John and Branston did get into a small fight. Branston did only go down with 9 conditions need tending. The ice cream girls are all down as well, but have now been, taught a lesson. Chicken, please run away from John. Please. Oh. Not something I wanted to read. A volcanic eruption. Some distant volcano or fire has begun spewing massive quantities of ash into the atmosphere, and ash in the atmosphere will obscure the sun. Temperatures will drop and plants will suffer for the lack of sunlight. It could pass in a few weeks, or it might last many quadrums. Oh. Oh no. Well, there goes like all of our farms. That's not good. Damn, that's really annoying. So I don't know how badly this will affect our farms theoretically. I will have to wait and see how slow it takes for things to grow. Not only is it going to affect solar power, the farms and everything, it's going to affect food. This isn't good. Now, thankfully, we have got a very confident amount of rice, and food is actually doing really well to the point where we're more or less maxing out on a lot of simple meals and everything all the time. We're doing good for food. I think now we need to really go into hydroponics. John has been very, very kindly going around finishing a lot of the hotel stuff off. A lot of the resources have been delivered, and he literally just needs to finish it off. So we're going to call this episode here, and next episode, we're going to focus on hydroponics and drugs and opening the hotel. That's simple. Very, very simple. We have made so much progress today now that we've changed the ideology around and allowed people to not be as hungry. It's been amazing. This is what we expected from this series. Most importantly, though, I have to say, the slaves have done the most amazing job. The ice cream girls have probably single-handedly saved the colony with how powerful they are. John is no longer the most powerful colonist we've got. John is no longer in her prime. And you know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that. I didn't like the way that she was so overpowered, and we're just going to keep her in check throughout the rest of this series. So we have enjoyed today's episode. We're excited to see what a more balanced future lies for us. Consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.